Hello, everyone. Welcome to This is now the third episode of Titan Talk. This is an opportunity for our community to get to know some of our fellow players. Some of these are streamers. Some of these are content creators. A little bit in this one, but most of these are just your normal player. I'm going to be your moderator for this. I'm Visara, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to intro first. The bottom over here with the hat on. What's your name? TCP, the alliance that you're part of currently, because this guy's going to have to move out of it this week, and the current build that you're looking at. Go ahead.
So Marky Marc, TCP, let's see where I'm at. I'm at 21 million currently. Visser, you're gonna have to give me a hand with this. Titans of
Nadavlar.
Nadavalar, thank you. I've been trying to pronounce that for the life of me, and I've just struggled so
It's
much.
all good. It's all good.
And my current build, I'm actually trying to unlock Apocalypse. So right now, I'm currently trying to get my ISO Blue 4 on Death Seed, and actually all of them, basically. So I did a lot of the ISO 4 Blue on my raid teams, but now I'm trying to do my teams for Apocalypse as well. So that's what I'm working on.
Nice, nice. All right, and in the top corner there, right above Marky Marc, who we got?
I am Tatsumi, currently sitting at around 13.5 million TCP. I'm part of Titans of Mist right now. Just finished building all my tunes for Dark Dimension 5. Currently working through all of the non-legendary global nodes on the last one and then moving to Cosmic. Just today I finished building the Pegasus team for Doom 2. And I'm moving on to the Out of Time characters now.
Okay. Alrighty, and last but not least, right above me here, who we got?
I'm Wizzy. I am a little over 47 million TCP. I'm part of Titans of Earth. Just finished up with Underworld to make Daddy Viz happy, and now currently working on some of the lower X-Men for some of the War D teams.
Okay. All right, and we just put another one up to work on for defense, right, in our chat.
I already got that one on. Seen that
So,
one.
anyways, so let us know something that is going to be interesting that you find interesting, or maybe that we find interesting that we don't already know about you. And since we don't know most of anything about Tatsumi, let's go and go with you first, bud.
Sure. So, a little bit about me that you'd find interesting. I've been doing martial arts pretty much all of my life, but the most interesting thing about me is I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes.
Oof. Yeah, I can't do them in under 2 days. That's impressive. And how about you, Wizzy?
Um, Outside of Marvel Strike Force, out of my time is spent with D&D. Do a lot of DMing myself, playing a few games, but mostly DMing for family and friends and whatnot. It's pretty fun.
And we were talking about getting one together for Titans of Yggdrasil. So I got
Yeah.
a couple of people who would like to be a DM if we do that. And I think you were one of them.
That would be awesome.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Man, that'd be pretty cool.
All right, and last but not least, a former streamer, maybe future again, we'll see. But Marky Marc, what we got?
Yeah, so let's see. I got some pretty different news today, so I'm gonna be taking a little bit of time off. But currently I juggle 3 jobs, go to school, and play 2 accounts of Marvel Strike Force. So I reached out to Visra and talked to him, and we're gonna try and work something out. But we're in the process of making things work.
Yes, absolutely. And we like to keep our family members happy and keep them around more than anything. So we're hoping for the best for you, but we understand, life comes first. So that happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and with that, everybody's got a busy life, so time to find a game and do something to play. So, what originally brought you to Marvel Strike Force? Now, let's go with Wizzy first on this one.
Much like a lot of the other people, I was into Galaxy of Heroes, Star Wars game, and just kind of got burnt out on it. Didn't really like how the UI and everything was going on it, and just everything started getting kind of stale. And I actually seen Strike Force in the like suggested things in the Play Store and whatnot. So gave it a try, and ever since that very first slow motion Spider-Man punch, been good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I agree. All right, and how about you, Marky Mark? What brought you to Marvel Strike Force?
So I'm a Marvel nerd. Honestly, the first Marvel movie I remember watching, almost scene to scene, is the original Blade movie.
Ooh.
Um, so that's what really brought me here, and I'm still hoping someday.
I think maybe October. There's some vampire rumors with the one we just had to
Yeah.
pick, so I think we might get what we want this October. And then Tatsumi, how about you? What brought you to the game?
Sure. So I'm an avid gamer, but I've been playing games honestly since I was about 7 years old, and I get I cycle through mobile games. I've played just about every gotcha game out there, and obviously being a huge fan of the Marvel IP, it grabbed my interest early. But I played the game at launch, and for those of you who have been playing that long, you know the game was rough. So I actually took a break and came back and really got into it, and got burnt out around the time that that they were releasing Apocalypse, right? And honestly, my son is the one who got me back into the game. He began playing it, re-sparked the interest, and
Nice.
that's what brought me back.
Kids, man. Kids. Speaking of which, Marky Mark's got one lying on his chest now. Just can't be away from dad. I get it. Mine were young like that too. It's all right. So what keeps you in Marvel Strike Force? Now, this is kind of a weird question for Marky Mark since we're talking about him maybe putting one down. But what makes it so you just don't quit the game and just, are sticking with it as much as you can rather than just not saying anything and going away, Marky Mark?
Yeah, I really enjoy. I mean, obviously Scopely has its issues, right? We're all aware of that. But overall, I really enjoy the gameplay aspect of the game. Um, the Cosmic Crucible really angers me to no end, but I love the fact you can put cookie cutter teams together and try different things, and you can expand different, your knowledge of the game. Obviously, I have a very low gameplay IQ, but that's besides the point. Um, I really enjoy just the whole aspect of what you can and can't do and stuff like that. So it
Nice.
it keeps me entertained.
Yeah. All right. And then Tatsumi, what keeps you in Marvel Strike Force?
Honestly, it's the continual quality of life improvements, right? They are consistently finding ways to make it seem less like a job, and I appreciate that. A lot of games want either your money or your time, right? And
Right.
this game used to require a huge time investment, and they've
Blitzing.
really invested on making those time sinks easier, and it just makes the game more fun and more accessible.
Now, do you think that there's less time played now, even though there's more modes, or do you think it's about
Yeah,
equal than what it
yeah,
was before
absolutely. I
with less
find
time?
myself sometimes in the game with nothing to do just because I enjoy playing it. Where before it really felt like I was struggling and grinding time to get everything done. It just doesn't feel that way anymore.
Yeah, and then you're also free to play as well, correct?
100%. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So that's nice coming from a free to play, saying less time spent in game and still getting the same amount of content out of it. All right, Wizzy, how about you? What's keeping you in the game, bud?
I mean, like they both said, I pretty much the variety of game modes. I like the fact that there's some of the modes you can play and not really have to worry about like working as a team with somebody else, or you just kind of doing your own thing. But then war, the raids even, you got to kind of be a team player to some degree. War especially. Um, Not all the great game modes are great. Blitz, RTA, but I think the different variety of everything is what keeps me going. Like Tatsumi said, there's a lot of times where I'm in the game and I'm like, well, there's nothing really to do. I guess I'll do a blitz rotation or an arena attack or something just to keep going.
Right. And it's always nice, and I think you should get extra points for assists in war. because they come in clutch sometimes, buddy. So we
Yeah, well,
appreciate
I
that.
missed the 100 mil mark, but it's all good.
Yeah, you missed 100 mil, but that's okay. All right. So, what is your favorite game, team, character, or to play with, and why would that be? And we can go this one at Tatsumi again.
Sure. So my two favorite characters are Wolverine and Spider-Man. My son is actually named after both. His first
Oh,
name is Logan. His middle name is Parker.
awesome.
Uh, and those are my favorite characters. Unfortunately, they are not the best characters to play with in the game right now.
Right.
Undoubtedly, my favorite team to play with right now is Underworld. They are just such a fun, versatile team.
Such a
And
dandy.
I just find myself drawn to them. I actually leveled up Underworld to bring into Dark Dimension 5 for those first set of nodes, and they did a wonderful job.
Yeah. Yeah. Underworld for the win. I think we had that in chat last night.
Yep.
Wizzy, go ahead.
Um, for me, I think my favorite team, even though it lacks some of the pizzazz as the other teams, is Gamma. Just because it's mostly just about brute force.
Yeah.
Like, there's really not many gimmicks. It's just about smashing them into the pavement kind of thing. Um, I really like Hulk and Red Hulk's like kill moves, like
Oh
animation.
yeah.
Uh, um, as far as like favorite characters, kind of for like the same animation kind of thing too, I would have to say Kestrel and Deathpool. Something badass about her just walking up slow and just taking the scythe and just and then you see like 4, 5, 6 million damage pop up, and they just disappear. Same thing with Kestrel. You
Yeah.
see her take off and uppercut them into the moon.
Right.
And but
Yeah, I agree. And that gamma, I think the only real strategy there is when to use the stuns from A-Bomb and She-Hulk and when to
yep,
rewind and taunt with She-Hulk. Other than that, it's just smash. Great
yep,
team.
exactly.
Agreed. All right, Marky Mark, how about you? What's your favorite team or character to play with, and why would that be?
Oh, character. One of my favorite characters outside of Blade is Nightcrawler. Loved Nightcrawler. I don't know why, but ever since the original X-Men on Sega, used to love playing as Nightcrawler. So I was super excited when he came to the game. But one of my favorite teams to play with is Hive Mind. I
Mm,
really enjoy just getting the speed and just going to town.
right.
And plus, I'm a huge Venom fan too. So
Yeah, they made Venom great again. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, yeah, his basic is insane.
Yeah, how many turns can he get in one match?
Yeah.
Agreed. Hive Mind, yeah, awesome, awesome team. All right, biggest punch up you've had or most memorable attack that you've had in War or Crucible? I mean, I'm leaning towards War because that's my thing, but Crucible, I guess, also if you need to do that. But let's go with that. Let's go with Marky Mark. We'll go back to you first. Biggest punch up or most memorable attack?
It was probably I did a when Weapon X was first introduced, and they were the counter to Heroes for Hire,
Mm,
and I don't remember exactly the amount of the punch up, but I remember I'm like, holy cow, there's actually a team that could take out Heroes for Hire now.
right.
So I was really excited about that. So I don't know, there's something about Heroes for Hire because when they were on defense, they just were really tough. So
Oh yeah,
it was fun having a team to counter them.
absolutely. Yes, Weapon X was a beautiful addition to the game. We all hated Heroes for Hire for a while. How about you, Tatsumi?
Well, I just recently had one of my largest punch ups in War where I used Underworld to take out a 1.6 million power rebirth team. So I've typically shied away from 1 and 1.5 just because my teams aren't that built. So that was a huge punch up for me. I'm much more brave in Arena.
Yeah, Underworld's great again, second time. Wizzy.
I think mine was 1.2 mil punch up on um like Val and Dorm. I forget what the team is called.
Mm,
Like, or
that
it's
Val
the Val
Hasgard.
Guardian.
Yeah,
Yeah. That it I punched up with them on Nowhere. With Nowhere, I think it was 1.2 mil. So not impressive, but I mean it was pretty cool.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, anything that's a big punch up is going to feel nice, and against something that's usually uncounterable, to find the counter for it finally and punch up that big, you're like, yeah, I
Yeah.
did that, succeeded. All right. So, what was your most memorable unlock, and why would that be? And let's go to Tatsumi with this one.
So I was super psyched when I first unlocked a Wolverine in the game as a new player, right? Because you had to do your daily activities and hit all those milestones. But unfortunately, that's my second most memorable. My first most memorable is one of the few times I spent money in the game. And it's when you could glitch the game if you bought a $5 pack and it
Oh,
gave you all the milestone points to unlock Dazzler.
mm,
And that's the only reason I unlocked Dazzler, because I missed almost that whole event,
right.
paid $5 and got her. So that is by far my most memorable.
Got you. I think they did something similar with Mighty Thor as well, where they glitched something else and you could do that. So, oh yeah, I remember that. So you were one of them guys. All right, all
Yep.
right. Wizzy, how about you?
I would say, as kind of corny as it sounds, probably APOC. I'm so used to just having everything like, boom, you get it, you boom, you get it. And it was like you had to have all these different combinations of teams and, all the T4s and the ISOs and beat all these other nodes to like finally unlock the big bad guy. So I think for me, when I finally got that, even though I was late to the party, of course, it felt nice.
Yeah, getting APOC is always a great thing to get. He's a game changer for sure. Marky Mark, how about you?
Sorry, Visera, my dogs were going nuts. Most memorable unlock.
Yeah, unlock. Who's the most
Okay,
memorable unlock? Why would that be?
okay, sorry about that. Probably Morgan Le Fay. Morgan Le Fay or Adam Warlock. Just because Infinity Watch at the time was absolutely broken, and that was just disgusting team. But then Morgan Le Fay was she just I have a lot of fun playing with it, especially the speed bar rewind. So that I found probably those two.
Okay. We'll take a little pause here. It looks like Wizzy dropped his video.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all right. Wait for you to get back. And don't worry, Marky Mark. Wife can she'll edit some of that stuff for you, so you're all
Yeah,
good.
sorry about that, Vistra.
No, don't be. It's okay. Kids are kids, man. I got three. I understand completely. And mine are all the age now that if they do that, I just show them the back of my hand and they walk the other way. But you're still, still young. They're still like, oh, how much can I push? How much can I push?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so we're good. We're good.
Okay.
All right. So let's get into the next one here. And here we go. All right. And do you prefer chatting in game or do you prefer Discord? Or do you have another method that you would rather do? And then let's go to Wizzy.
I would say Discord. For some reason, whenever I'm in chat, on my phone, my keyboard's like split in half. So like it's super hard to type, and like it's been said before, autocorrect is horrible in the game.
Yeah.
So definitely Discord. I like it. It's not always the best, but I like all the different channels and everything, and you got it all in one place.
Nice. Yeah, I try to get a lot of info on our server. So, all
Yeah.
right, Tatsuki, how about you?
I firmly feel that the in-game chat is trash. It needs a massive overhaul. So I much prefer Discord.
Okay, and Marky Mark.
Yeah, Discord. To an extent, I mean, getting the 500 different pings a day is kind of a lot, but
Turn off your
Discord
notifications.
is much easier and cleaner to have a conversation, and actually like infographics you can share, stuff like
Right.
that. So it's a lot more informative.
I'll have to show you how to do the only at notifications for the servers that you want to be in. Then you can let some of those other ones go. It does. I When I have my sound on over here, my wife will tell me like your computer was going off all day long while you're at work. I'm
Yeah.
like, sorry,
Yeah.
My bad.
The first time a Discord notification woke my wife up, I made sure real quick how to figure out how to turn those off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
there's no way I'm having them on my phone, but I do have them on my computer that's out here, so
Yeah.
I get that completely. All right, so that one's gone. All right, so who is your favorite person to chat with, either in game or on Discord? Maybe somebody you like giving a hard time, or somebody that's actually your favorite person just to chat with. Go ahead, Wizzy.
Um, I haven't really talked too much. Been trying to get into talking more. Definitely been giving Vandy and Sammy and Skilly all some grief there.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, bothering you with all these different ideas and stuff all day. Um, that's it for me.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Tatsumi?
Honestly, I don't talk to a ton of people. It's mostly you and Sam just that I talk to.
Yeah.
I need to
Sam just is
branch
always
out a
around.
little more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
same.
that's the reason why I have him as my other admin in there, is because he always seems to be around. All right, Marky Marc, how about you?
So are we talking just in Alliance or just like in
Yeah.
general?
Yeah, Alliance in general, if you have somebody that's always been there for you, that's fine too. Yeah.
Yeah. So in Alliance, Boba Trooper, I've known Boba for a long time. He's actually in my arena shard. So that's how I started getting to talk to him because we just started leapfrogging each other, and we we were having constant battles every now and then for a long time. And I ended up seeing him in I think it was T-Dub's stream a long time ago, and we started talking and hit it off ever since then.
Nice. Yeah, Boba's a
But
good
there's
guy.
a guy I talk to daily. He checks in on me every day. We see how each other's doing. Spectre Gaming, awesome guy, really wholesome. Really enjoy talking to him, and he just a genuine good dude. So he's one of my favorite people to talk to on Discord.
Nice. Nice. Spectre
Yeah,
Gaming. Thanks for keeping Marky Marc occupied. We appreciate it. And checking in on him. We try to. He's new to the family, so we're trying to, but we're just getting to know him. So I'll have to reach
trying to
out
get
to
my
him and
toes
have him
wet.
tell me some dirty secrets about you. All right. Who is your, or what is your biggest pet peeve with MSF? And we'll go back to you, Marky Marc. Go ahead. What's your biggest pet peeve with MSF in general?
$50 unlocks.
They went up quite a bit.
I don't think a character should be $50 to unlock unless it's like someone insanely crazy that's game breaking. But to have just a general character that just gels with a team to $50 for is, and then if, for an event or whatever, you get them at 3 stars, and at 3 stars, you're not going to be able to do much with them. So I don't know. I got a pet peeve with the $50 unlocks.
So would you increase shards or decrease price?
Increase shards.
Okay. For
I
50
would
bucks
keep the
increase.
price for people that want to spend and get the extra shards, obviously, because people want to get to the top as quickly as they can. So they should be rewarded for paying the extra money. But to only get, I think for Starbrand, I only got like 60 something shards for Starbrand, something really minimal.
Yeah.
So I think they should definitely just increase shards, honestly.
Okay. And how about you, Tatsumi?
Uh, for me, it's similar, right? It's the price point to buy packs. The value just doesn't seem to be there, which is why I've stayed pretty much free to play, right? Because it's just not worth it. They have $99 packs that sometimes don't even fully unlock characters.
Right.
So I took their survey that talked about what would it take for you to actually purchase the packs, and they gave different combinations because they need to do something to make it more accessible or increase the value for that exact reason.
Okay. Makes sense. Understand that. How about you, Wizzy?
To branch off of that, like they were saying, I hate the fact that there's an event going on, and you can play so many nodes, or there's 4 or 5 different difficulties, and you can only play the first 2 before you unlock the character, and
Yeah.
completely kind of like shut you out from everything else. um I mean, it would be nice if maybe it was just like the last difficulty or something like that instead of like half the event that you can't really do.
Yeah.
Cosmic Ghost Rider. Um, but I think the other big pet peeve for me is the fact that every time you open Strike Force, 3 or 4 times you're clicking off ads. Like you're like I'm just trying to level up a character or do something, and it's like I'm closing this offer, this offer, this offer, this offer. I mean, I get it. Like I get it.
Yeah.
It's a business. They're making money, but like it's a bit much sometimes.
I I think, and let's go along with that, the one that you just said, that last one with the ads. I think that should be related to your strike pass or your streak, I guess is what we're saying. If you have your streak still, you don't get ads. I think that's more of a way to want people to have to log in every day. And when they lose their
Yeah.
streak, they're like, no, I get ads all of a sudden. So, yeah, I think that would be nice to be attached to that. All right.
Yeah, I agree. Even trying to claim your free things through the web store, right? You
Yeah,
click the free offer and it pops up another
pops up the
advertisement.
secondary. Yeah,
Five
agreed.
dollars. $5.
Everywhere they have ads. Everywhere.
Yep.
All right, if you were to bring one character to the game, who would it be and why is that?
I thought about this a lot earlier. Kind of how, if you guys are familiar with Galaxy of Heroes, like Hermit Yoda, where like he didn't really attack, he just kind of supported the team and kind of like bounced out when everybody else was gone. They should have somebody like that, and like even if it's somebody funny like Dopinder from Deadpool or Peter, somebody is just kind of there to like, hey, you guys can do it, like you're good, like, and then when everybody else falls, they're like, well, like, I'm out of here, kind of thing. Like instead of them, bringing out the next, big bad guy who can piss the furthest or whatever. It'd be nice to kind of have like something like that, I think.
So you weren't at the last Titan talk, I get it. When this one comes, the next one comes out to YouTube, watch it. I said at the end almost exactly what you're saying right there, which is I want Uatu and I want him just to watch over the battle and be like a sixth person or something. And when they're done,
Yep.
he's done. That's almost exactly what I said. That's so funny. That's why we look alike. I think we think alike too, there,
Yeah.
Izzy. All right, Tatsumi, go ahead.
Well, the one thing I'll say is this game has done a fantastic job of introducing characters. And it took me a long time because every character I've wanted, they've brought into the game, with the exception of one. And I don't know how they would do it, but I would love to see them bring in Galactus.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it would be like an alliance wide battle or some kind of huge raid battle or something like that, but I they have Silver Surfer, they have the Fantastic Four, they have good cosmic heroes. Let's bring in Galactus.
Yes, absolutely. Every one of these Titan Talks has had somebody say Galactus. We all agree. You heard it here if you're watching this. All right, Marky Mark, go ahead.
Probably hands down Blade, and I really hope it is
Figured that was
October
coming.
because, I mean, I am just dying to get this dude into the game by now. I mean, to put him hopefully on a Dark Hunters team, and then I feel like it would just make that team complete.
Yeah. Take out the city hero necessity for Dark Hunters and just let him do trauma and disrupted on a target.
Yeah.
And bring
Yeah.
Blade and have him just stack bleeds and does damage equal to the number of bleeds that are on the field. And then
Yep.
Morbius and all of them are putting bleeds. I think would be so rad. Yeah, absolutely.
If it would.
Yeah. No, I got you, dude. And just have them be super fast. I mean, they're vampires. They're fast. That's what they're supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, have them be fast. They're faster than everybody else. Yep, I got you, dude. I'm on board with Blade too. I love it. All right, let's see. What do we think about the current events? Those are like the milestone events and stuff like that we're getting, not necessarily battle passes. And if you want to change them, how would you change them? Let's go back to Tatsumi with this one.
As a free to play, I feel they've made them a lot more accessible. I remember playing last year, and it just felt like it was unobtainable as a free to play. So they've done a great job making them more accessible, with the caveat that they are pushing you to buy packs and unlock players early to take part in all of them. But their monthly events are paced very well, right? That you do the minor events to earn the milestones for the longer but I feel it's more accessible to unlock characters now than it was when they were doing the Four Horsemen. Like that whole thing was just so hard.
Yeah, I'm curious to see with Professor X coming, how they're going to work that horseman type thing into being more open for people to play. So yeah, I got you. Wizzy, how about you?
I mean, kind of the same thing. It's like earlier. I mean, with the exception of them kind of blocking you out for some of the event, they are pretty good. I've noticed I've seen a lot of people talking to like newer players. I love the fact that a lot of the rewards and whatnot are, you know, a copious amount of like gear and everything for the lower level players. So, people like us that's been around for a few years, I still remember struggling for blue materials, on the daily, and seems like a lot of people are able to get into the game, and they may not be able to get all the new people, new tunes and whatnot, but it's definitely a lot easier for them. So I think they're doing a pretty good job with that.
Yeah, trying to hold back some of these earlier alliances that we have down in Niflheim and in Heaven and even Alfheim. Be like, no, once a month come up a step with raids so you're not getting bottlenecked once you get into dooms and incursions is a nightmare because they're like, no, we have the gear, we can do it. I'm like, but you're gonna run out. Just hold back. I know you got it. You think you got it all. Believe me, you don't. Once you get up levels, like it's crazy. So yeah, I got you. I got you. Marky Mark, how about you, buddy?
Uh, let's just talk about the current event, right?
Yeah.
With Cabal, Sinister Six, Iron Patriot, and Leader. You're stonewalled because you need the leader.
Yep.
And right now I'm looking, there's 10 days left, so I'm basically stuck not being able to farm these nodes because I need the leader. So I don't really, I don't understand why um, or when the leader's coming at this point to actually continue this event. But I'm stuck farming the same gear when there's definitely other gear that I see that I want to get. So I
Yeah.
mean, just to have you stuck behind because you need the leader, as opposed to, you could just use Sinister Six or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of having to have a character that's not even in the game to continue the event.
Yeah, I think you and Wizzy are in the same boat on that one. You're talking about,
Yeah.
having to stop because of the character not being there. Or like
Yeah,
last time we had Cosmic Ghost Rider was not even unlockable by the time
yeah.
the event ended. So, yeah, agreed. Cool. All right. If you were to change one thing about MSF, what would it be? And this is like the last formal question. So you got a little bit more time if you want, but if you were to change one thing about this, good or bad, what would it be about MSF? And we'll give this one to Tatsumi. Go for it.
They really need to change their in-game chat, right? I've played so many other games that have good, solid chats, including global translation, right? And
Yes.
playing some of these other games where it doesn't matter what language they're speaking, you hit the translate button, it reads it, translates it into your native language, really opens up the need to just have U.S. only based alliances, right? You can truly go global,
Right.
and having some kind of filter to take all of those system and upgrade messages, and if people are trying to work on their tunes, your messages are just going to get buried. So create a separate tab or something just for those type of upgrades. I feel that the chat in game is borderline unusable, right? And it's really pushed us to Discord because of that.
That and the number of characters you're trying to shorten a sentence down into something that's so short, you're missing out on, what makes a conversation into a conversation. It just becomes a command all of a sudden. So yeah,
Yep.
that's difficult as well. All right, Marky Mark, how about you?
Um, the extent of the screw ups. So, for perfect example, the offers that were in the store for $5 and $10, what was that? The bang for your buck deals? Is that what
Yeah.
it was called?
Yep.
So they gave these offers that were nowhere near the compensation that other players received when they were able to get the crazy amount of. However, I think someone said they got like 18 or 180,000 orbs or something like that.
Yeah.
So for them to throw what I thought was kind of an insulting offer at first, but then they made up for it with ultra cores, which was kind of cool. But I think that was the bare minimum that they should have done. But I just think the extent of how bad some of these are really differentiates the player base, because these players who get these crazy amount of orbs to exceed people in their own shards or arena or whatever, they have the upper hand. So
Right.
I think it could really hurt the player base. And I think, like I said, I think the offers that they originally offered were not not fair at all.
And the craziest thing is too, as I think some of these players that can spend hundreds of thousands, if not million of dollars on this game are also the ones that have the time to be able to, as soon as reset happens, go and just click buy. So if there is a mess up, that's when it happens, and they just
Yep.
made it out in the end. So
Yep.
yeah, it's kind of like double dipping in the negative way. Yeah, I got you. Stop
Yeah.
messing up. Yeah, I agree. All right, Wizzy, let's get the final say here. If there's one thing you're going to change about MSF, what would it be, buddy?
Yeah, I think I speak for a lot of people. Can we finally just have a sim all button in Blitz? Like, 54, 55, 56 teams, and you're, you know, finding, submit,
Yeah.
doing that, and then you're doing eight rotations a day. I mean, you can only spend so much time on the toilet. Let's be honest, blitzing. It would be so much simpler just to, boom, be done, and move on to something else.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get through this one without somebody saying, in Blitz or just make it sim all. And we were at our last person, and unfortunately, here comes Wizzy with the Blitz. So, no,
There's
it's
ways
fine.
around
It's
that.
fine. I think it's a normal thing. I think everybody kind of feels that way. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you being here and taking the time out of your day to let us get to know you a little better. And those of you in our alliance, these three guys are wonderful. Make sure to say hi to them when you see them. This video should be coming out here on a Monday. If not, well, I mean, you'll see it when it comes out, obviously, because you're watching the video now at the end of the video. So, but they do release videos on Monday for those of you in chat. When you see it on YouTube, please put a like and subscribe, and make sure to comment. Tell me how it is. Don't be too harsh on me, though. Be nice. If it's something that's negative, just PM me in Discord. Otherwise, put a comment up on Discord. Say hi to everybody in chat. And y'all have a nice night. Those of you in chat land, those of you that are here, stick around for a little while. So, like and subscribe. We'll see you later. Peace.